Are you an artist that's tried every way you can think of to connect with your audience? Well, Jam Nation is a new tool created for fans and artists to connect like never before. Once someone proves they're a true fan by streaming your song a set number of times, they gain access to your artist space, where they can get first or exclusive access to things like tickets, merch, or whatever else you want to give them. Download the app today and claim your artist space. That's JAMM Nation. Supercharge your fan engagement today with Jam Nation.
Let's go.
Welcome to Texas on Tap, back again with Miss Helen and producer Kyle. This is fun. Finally, I missed it last week. I missed like everything in everything in the world last week.
Yeah, it's been bumpy. It's been bumpy for me too. I think it's just kind of been a couple off weeks for the world, in every way.
Yeah.
But glad we're back.
I'm glad to be back and glad to jump back into some music. And I was able to actually sit down and do some research and get caught up. It's amazing how just with that 1 week, and we were off because, of course, I had no power for a time. We had no phone service when Hurricane Beryl came through. And then I didn't have internet until just like a couple of days ago when we recorded our other podcast, and that was the day before. Anyway, yeah, I have to look at my calendar so closely, and I have to look at, like, if I have an appointment, like I had a doctor's appointment, and it was like, how many times did I have to look at that text message and think, okay, it's Friday, this date, this time. Anyway, yeah, done with that. So we're going to talk about music and kind of forget about things. And just sitting here, what I'm talking about makes me think about one of the songs that you're going to be talking about.
Okay, cool.
I'll let
You want me to get it started? All right, good deal. Well, I'm not going to start with the one that you're thinking about, but I'm going to start it off with, I'm going to go ahead and start off with Logan Ryan Band. They dropped a new one today. It's called 14 Days. This song kind of takes you on a whole adventure. It's very moody and very interesting throughout. It's got the big smooth guitar lick to kind of start things off. The pre-chorus leaves you just kind of like really curious, like what's going to happen? You know, where are we going with this? And the super catchy hook kind of dives in and explains everything, but it's got you humming along. And with this one, the moral of the story is kind of just like, just give a damn, you know?
Yes.
So I thought that was super cool. It was interesting. Honestly, not what I would have expected from Logan Ryan based on the last couple of singles, but I really dug it. The chorus was super strong and catchy. So everybody knows that's right up my alley. So good stuff, Logan.
Yes, it was very good. I enjoyed that one. And I enjoyed, I think, what was the other one I liked so much? The Winona song that we talked about.
Love
here.
Winona. Yeah.
Yes,
Sure.
that was a good one too. So yeah, good job on that one.
Yeah, he's been killing it. All right, and then now let's talk about the song that you got in mind. Haha, see what I did there? We'll open up the separate doors. Our friend of the show, Charlie McCabe, just dropped a new summer smash. It's called In My Mind. Like I said, this one's a summer smash. It's such a visual song. I love how expressive Charlie is with his voice specifically, but also through his storytelling. And then I'll let you take it away after this. But my favorite part about the song is the use of what we like to call in the biz the SpongeBob steal. Well, if you're watching, you will see that Helen didn't even react to that, but I was hoping I had to get a better reaction there.
Now welcome to my life. Welcome to my world and the people that have had to put up with me. I'm so sorry.
Hey, no, it's okay. It's okay. I can't imagine you've watched nearly as much SpongeBob as I have, but yeah, the little
yes. Oh yes.
The little steel guitar. Just the steel guitar that they do, the wow wow that thing. I'm sure there's actually a real technical name for that, but it just was so perfect for the summer vibes. It's got like the beachy West Coast thing, and he's chilling on a beach in Mexico in his mind. So all perfectly nice and wrapped together with a bow on top.
Now I can't get SpongeBob SquarePants, the whole thing out of my head now. So back to Charlie's song. Gosh, I love it, Kyle. That's just what I needed. I want to know if he's going to do a video for this, but I just love the whole idea of, like, he talks about being in the doghouse with his wife, and he goes to that space where he's on that beach in Mexico and the deadline with the boss. So all around great song.
Yep, absolutely. All right, what do you got for us?
Remember that. Okay, what I'm going to do with this one is we're just going to hit it. We're going to go straight into the tap room with this one right now. Okay, now, what happens when you get Stormy Cooper and Sundance Head to produce the talents of Sonny Sauceda, Vinny Tovar, Jack Mason, Jerry DeLeon, and Southbound, and Rico Gonzales? You get that right there. Old Charlie Pride from 1970. Is anybody going to San Antonio? It's just so energetic. It's just it just makes you want to bounce around. There's all the names. And I like how on the verbiage with the radio release, they referred to it as infused with fresh energy. And I think that says it all about that song.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they all
Definitely.
got together and had this big jam session. And I just think it is a masterpiece, absolutely fabulous. So that's going to be on your favorite radio stations. And it's also on streaming. So you might want to check that out. So what a crew to get together for that.
Oh
Very,
yeah.
very cool. Okay, and now another one that's out to radio. We're going to talk about JR Herrera. We've had him on the podcast. His latest release is Luckiest Kid in Town, featuring Brady Black on the fiddle. And I just like this whirly twirly dance hall kind of thing. Some of the lyrics that kind of give you an idea of the song. He's going to give it a whirl with the prettiest girl at the dance hall. It might be the dumbest damn thing that I do tonight, but hey, if it works out, I'm the luckiest kid in town. And it's just got such a good, I like how it's got such momentum going in it, and
Yeah.
just good solid song. And that's JR Herrera and Luckiest Kid in Town. Loving that one. Nice.
Yeehaw. Yeah, absolutely. Good stuff. 4 strong picks this week. I also wanted to mention last week we were off obviously, and there was a ton of stuff like Helen mentioned we had to catch up on. But one of the highlights was Clay Hollis dropped a new single with Kevin Fowler. You got to go check that out. And also somebody who we've got upcoming on the show, Connor Stevens, who is going to be a breakout star. You're all going to know his name. He dropped a brand new album, full length album today. We've covered 1 or 2 of the songs leading up to it, but go check those out. And while we're here, let's talk about our friends over at More Than Music Creations. If you head over to www.morethanmusiccreations.com, you can check out all the awesome stuff that Michaela is crafting by hand using guitar strings of people like Randy Rogers or Pat Green or Brie Bagwell. So, I mean, what more should I say? That's all you need to know. She cleans the strings, which is awesome. I mean, maybe it'd be cooler if she didn't. Who knows? But yeah, they're doing awesome stuff, and a lot of the money that they make from the sales of the jewelry is going back towards good stuff. So, I don't want to sound like a broken record here. We talk about it every single week, and we love them to death. But go check it out if you haven't already. It's great presents. It's great gifts for yourself. It's cool, just bling in general.
Yes. And it's great for back to school for little teacher gifts for back to school.
Oh, wow. Great
Get
idea.
started the right way. Have you ever wondered how artists like Treaty Oak Revival, Red Clay Strays, and Aaron Watson maintain the high quality and high demand for their merchandise? CH Lone Star Promo is the answer. Created in Texas to serve Texas artists, and they're currently offering 15% off on all merch orders from musicians. Visit chlonestarpromo.com to get started and tell them Texas Toast sent you.
I was reading the other day that it takes at least $1 million to break an artist. That's a ton of change, and it can feel overwhelming. But with social media leveling the playing field, you just need an effective strategy to release your music. Check out Release Rocket to ensure your single does not die after release day. You've already put time, effort, and tons of money into writing and recording your album. Let the guys at Release Rocket keep your new release alive.
Okay, so let's kind of look at what's popping and topping on the charts. And this is where I can play catch up from missing a lot of music from this past week. But looking at the Texas country music chart, Casey Donahue has dropped a great radio release. It's called Hungover Again. Sandy June, Rolling Stone, she has a great strong song out. I also want to talk about this young man because he hits really close to home. Kobe Lee Swift is his name. And the name of his single is Chaser, and it's out to radio. Well, a few years ago, he was actually on American Idol, but he is a Matagorda County boy. He actually was born and raised right here in the country, right in my back door. So I'm looking forward to some success for Kobe Lee Swift on that first radio release to Texas. Number 1 this week on the Texas country music chart is Wade Bowen's Raining on Me. I want to talk about that album when we finish up with
song.
Yes, me too. It's my go-to right now. And he's also number 1 on the Texas Regional Radio Report, and also number 1 on CD Extraction Texas. And so ironically enough, this is the time of the year where we have all the tourists, and we have I've made friends over the years with regulars that come back and visit, and huge Texas country fans that come from Cyprus. And they didn't realize that Wade had his new album out. And so I started, of course, with Raining on Me. And I was like, haven't y'all heard this? They're like, yeah, we've heard that. But one of them had coached high school football. He had coached high school football for like 20 years. And I'm like, well, y'all love Wade Bowen. We're listening to the new album. And I'm like, wait till you hear Friday Night. And we just turned it up, and nobody could talk. And I said, nobody talk. Y'all just sit here, And of course, you know who comes up talking, Ron. No, no, listening session. And like they had the goosebumps and the tears, and
Oh
it's
man,
just, yeah, it was such a cool moment. I love stuff like that.
I love that too. Where did he coach football? Do you know?
He coached all over, like Cypress area, Lockhart, down in the
Oh wow.
valley. Yeah, they're
Okay.
super awesome. Super awesome. It was two couples that came, and
Cool.
Nikki and her husband. We met them the first year, and so I want to tell a story, if I may, about how our great state of Texas and the people that we have here. So the other group of people, I think I talk about the people that come here from Iowa every year. Absolutely, they just love coming to Matagorda. They love the beach. They love fishing and all the good stuff that goes with it. When they were on their way down, they got T-boned and had a car accident in McKinney. And so they are loaded down, I mean, like with all of their beach stuff and fishing rods and reels and all that stuff. Well, a man, just a good human, good Samaritan stopped at the scene. And not only did he help the grandma get the grandkids out of harm's way from the traffic that was still flying by before the police got there, this man stayed with them until the ambulance took the wife to the hospital. He took the son to the wherever they had towed the truck, didn't stop there. Then he took him to the hospital to get his wife out of the hospital, not stopping
Wow.
there. Then he took him back to the hotel. And then another friend down this way that they had met was going to Waco anyway, and drove and picked them up and brought them back here to Wharton, lent them a vehicle so they could enjoy their vacation here at the beach in Matagorda. And
Oh
these people
man.
from Iowa, they're like ready to move to Texas. Like, in my friend Tina, she's just a beautiful soul. And she's like, I just can't believe how these people, like, just everybody just dropped everything and they just barely know us and they started helping us. And nobody would take payment. Like, we were trying to pay this person or that person. So I love stories like that. I just wanted to
Yeah.
share that. It's like good old Texas people doing the right
Absolutely.
thing, and going the extra mile like that. And the whole time this gentleman's wife was sitting at, they had drove like 40 miles to get to McKinney to eat at some restaurant that was near there. And so the wife sat in the restaurant and waited during this time. Yeah.
Wow. That is
Anyway,
crazy.
story time with Helen. Sorry, I had to.
Oh
That's
man,
good
no,
stuff.
you're good. Yeah, that's a heart grabber for sure.
Hmm.
My story time with Kyle is about kind of the opposite of that, putting things down. But I had to cancel some shows. I never cancel shows. I hate canceling shows, and it really sucks. Both of the last 2 weekends, I had to cancel a show, and I had a bit of an issue that I'm not afraid to talk about, I guess. I mean, it seems like it's pretty common. I learned a lot. My doctor was kind of hilarious. He taught me every single thing there is to know about the anatomy of this situation. Um,
Uh-huh, uh-huh.
but apparently, women get this issue a lot more than me, or a lot more than men, because of like rapid weight loss and gain and stuff during pregnancy. But anyways, I had lost a lot of weight when I was younger, probably 10 years ago or so, and I had some gallstones, and turned out they were pretty crazy gallstones. So I had to go get my gallbladder removed last week, and that was I guess 6 days ago now, and I feel great. Everything's fine. Surgery
Good.
went great, so we're good. Should be back on schedule here pretty soon. So yeah, that's I guess just to give everybody an update. But man, it sucked. Like having to send those emails, like canceling shows, was like one of the
Oh,
harder
I know,
things I've had to do.
and if you know Kyle like I do, I know that's a hard thing for you because Kyle's such
Yeah,
a disciplined person, and be at the right place at the right time ahead of time and yada yada. So I'm
yeah,
glad you're doing better. I'm glad you got that done, and it was good timing because I was basically like
yeah.
whatever.
Oddly
I
enough, it
I
worked
was
out for
I
sure.
was in hurricane zone. And, like I said, when I did the little video, I do realize that, because I think what really spared us with damage specifically here is the eye passed right over us.
Right over.
And
Yeah.
the eye was so big. If you
Mm.
look at it when it was coming in, I was so big, and that's where it's just kind of peaceful and calm. And it was, of course, on that dirty side that got all the other communities that got tore up and damaged. I know Wharton County got hit super hard, and even inland in Bay City where we were got tore up. So
Yeah.
it's like we came back. I mean, not to say we didn't have damage, but we had things still standing. And
Right.
it just looked like it was the craziest thing, like trying to drive back in the next morning, like right after, because the eye came in early morning. We tried to drive down a few hours later. And the debris that was in the road
Oh
coming
yeah.
up, these
I can imagine.
huge, like petrified trees. I mean, and limbs and just all kind of stuff. 3 days later, I was driving down Beach Road and I looked over towards the river to see, and this is after the storm, and they've got the roads cleared. There was like when you go open the door at the commercial ice machines and you get the bag of ice out, there was one of those floating.
The ice machine?
The whole big one, like the big
Oh
one, like
my
you have at the
God.
stores, like when you go to wherever, whatever, and
Jesus
get your bag of
Christ.
ice. I
Yeah.
looked and I was like, good Lord. Whoa,
Hmm.
you got to keep your eye out when you're boating.
I don't,
It just makes
yeah.
me think about hitting stuff with the boat when we're out fishing. But
God,
anyway,
you
yeah.
you
So
think something like that would sink? That'd be like a nice little hiding spot for some fishies.
yeah, that's what I was thinking too. I wonder where it's going to end up landing because yeah, little natural
Crazy.
reef. Anyway, so it's crazy. So yeah, I've been a little thrown off a little bit. It's not
Yep.
with the normal schedule. But
Well, hopefully
anyway, but
it's yeah, hopefully it's not too crazy for you for the rest of this year. Hopefully we get through it. It seemed like when this one came, it was like, oh shit, we're getting started with this early. But I don't know. I feel hopeful about what's going to go down for the next few months.
I
It
know.
should be all
Well,
right.
and this summer all of a sudden has just like put it in high gear and it's going by so fast. All of a sudden it's
Right.
going to be back to school pretty soon. It snuck up on me. Next weekend is when I have my annual ladies offshore tournament, mermaid tournament that we
Oh my
fish is
God. That's
next
next
week
weekend already?
already.
Holy
Yeah,
crap.
already.
Wow,
So,
that's crazy.
okay. Yeah, it is crazy.
Oh man, all right. Well, I'm gonna have to take all that in. It's nice to see you. Glad to be back. Hopefully, we get to hang in there and have a nice regularly scheduled programming for a while. We've got Mason Lively coming up as a guest this week on the podcast, which is freaking awesome. He just dropped his new
Hmm.
album last week, and had a killer sold out show at Antone's, the historic Antone's in Austin, Texas. So you'll want to check that one out. And then we've got all kinds of cool stuff coming up. Like I mentioned, Connor Stevens. We've got Hayden Haddock coming back on the show. And a bunch more that are escaping me at the moment. So
Oh, and also go on the website and click on the merch store.
yeah, go grab you some stuff for sure. We should
Hmm.
be adding some more stuff soon. We've got some fishing shirts coming soon, and some stickers, and hopefully some jewelry up in there soon, pretty soon as
Some
well. So
fishing shirts. Imagine that.
yeah, right. It's pretty fitting.
Okay, good.
All
Oh
right.
yeah, and
Well,
one other thing that's big this tonight well now too is I'm excited. I never want to go to the movie theater, but I don't have time, so I just will wait till it comes out. But Twisters is coming out,
oh
and there's
yeah,
going to be a soundtrack for the movie.
everybody is on it.
Yes, I can't wait. I'm on that as soon as I can download it.
Seriously,
I'm getting that downloaded. Yes,
that's
so
I
cool
think a
stuff.
lot of it dropped today because like yeah, I've
Yes, it
seen
did.
so many people that we know and love on this show and have had on the show or talked about on the show that have songs on that soundtrack. So it's super cool that they're doing that.
Mhm. Okay,
All righty. Well, good seeing you. Have a good weekend.
you too. Everyone have a good weekend. Cheers.
Cheers.